Lex loser. You look like a villain at Comic-Con, you getting ate up. You should've battled me on Ramadan. The hell of a woman's what I had on my staff. You married. Okay guys, welcome back once again to ATW, which is all things wisdom. My name of course is Wisdom Jali, and I love music and I love many different things. On this channel we discuss anything that I consider wisdom for living, and we also take a deep dive into many of my personal passions, which include music. Now in today's video we are going to be reacting again to ERB, and this time we are reacting to King Mansa Musa versus Bezo.
This video is sponsored by NordVPN.
A background Mansa Musa versus Bezo.
Voila, by the holy Quran, I lay my hand upon. I blaze Bezos, inflict inflammatory damage on Amazon. Burn it down like when they put the cattle on. The hottest on the map, since the Atlas a catalog. King of Mali, with cold bars you can't escape from. Lyrically, I pack heat, you pack a tape gun. I'm laying the blows you can't dodge, this ain't sales tax. I left footprints in the Sahara, I know how to try. Okay. I'm the king of Mali, packing gold bars you can escape from. You cannot escape from. They're saying tax evasion. He says he leaves white hard tracks, or he knows hard tracks because he leaves footprints on the desert. Literally, the desert is hot actually, and he used to walk on it. I pack gold bars. This guy actually was very rich in gold. Yeah, he was very rich in gold. I mean, I'm talking about King Mansa Musa. He was rich in gold. Yeah, anyway, let's continue and see what else we can pick up. Dorks like .com bubbles when I hit him. Nah. Oh, I burst like .com bubbles when I hit him. Plus dorks like .com bubbles when I hit him. Nah, you can't spit, you got that algorithm. Here's a negative advice that gets your union problems handled. Want workers that don't piss? Hire some camels. I expanded horizons with libraries and mosques while you chopped off the top of all the mom and pop shops. All you widened was the gap between the haves and have-nots. Now they ordering or living in your cardboard box. Okay, right. I expand the horizon with libraries and maps. Okay, yeah, he did a lot of conquests actually during his lifetime. That's and also he was interested in information. He was interested actually in widening the scope of information. Timbuktu actually was known. One of the things that were known about Timbuktu was that actually he had a massive library. He built a massive library, actually collected a bunch of information. So he says he widens horizons, you know, with libraries and what? I forgot actually the line. While Jeff Bezos keeps chopping mom and dad's shops, he is basically giving reference to how Jeff Bezos is monopolizing everything, killing almost every other person's business, wanting Amazon to be the one-stop shop for everything. And there's been much debate actually about it on the internet. Yeah. I hope I didn't miss any other. Let's continue. We'll go back just a little. Now they ordering or living in your cardboard box.
At Amazon, our product research is phenomenal, but I've never heard your story. And I own Audible, so go dig some more gold there, Kanye West Africa. I'm hotter than the soundtrack to Battlestar Galactica. Never trade blows with Jeff Bezos. Egghead with a huge set of huevos. I circle people on the web, the Spider-Man. You rap like a soccer mom, that's why you're rolling caravans. You're overrated, like you leave economies inflated. You're about to taste some of that salt that you traded. What's a long-term play in giving your wealth away? Cause now I feed your whole country for the price of a cup of coffee per day. So balance.
Oh, okay, there was so much actually right there. First of all, he said something about the research team at Amazon is incredible, but I've never heard your story, yet I own Audible. Okay. The tragic part, actually, the bitter pill to swallow right there is that many people, especially here in Africa, do not know the history of King Mansa Musa and many other legendary African heroes. You know, I didn't even know that the richest man to ever live actually was African, for that matter, that he was a king. I didn't even know that there was a city, or there was once a city called Timbuktu.
which was in Mali in Africa, and the king actually of that city happened to be the richest man in the world. Never knew that because we were never taught that history and stuff. So Jeff Bezos actually is sort of taking that or taking a shot at that. The other thing that he also take a shot at, if I'm correct, is now can fit your entire nation by the price of coffee per day. Somebody who used to be that glorious versus today. Now, the reason actually that something like that happened is, I think post political independence Mali, I think, was a French colony, if I'm correct. I think people actually still speak French there. And one of the things that they did after they gained political independence from the French, if somebody leave a comment below if I'm correct, they adopted some Marxist, communist, fascist ideologies. And the problem actually with systems like that is that they do not give power to the people to own things. They give power to the government to own things. Means of production are owned by the government. As a result, the gap in between the haves and have-nots is widened mainly because of corruption. People or the leaders actually at the top end up getting rich through corruption, and they neglect everybody else at the bottom. So many people, many African nations that follow that particular ideology of Marxist communism and etc., they had the African version of it, of course, but still it produced the same results that Marxism anyway actually produces. People that become very rich because of corruption at the top, and people that are very poor at the bottom because they have access to nothing. So yeah, Jeff actually just took a shot at that. Let's continue. Perhaps we'll learn some more.
Me like you did to the king of Cairo. You're about as hack as Saudis tapping my iPhone. You'll be more ashamed than when you accidentally killed your mom. When I make you shit your pants, worse than diapers.com.
Hey yo, Lex Loser, you look.
So bow to me like you did the king of Cairo. Apparently during his pilgrimage trip, Jeff Bezos was not Jeff Bezos, actually King Mansa Musa was supposed to pass through Egypt, but he was reluctant to go through Egypt because he didn't want to have to bow to the king of Pharaoh. He looked at himself as, the king. So why should he bow down to the king of Egypt? So they kept on persuading him actually to pass through, and he ended up doing that reluctantly, of course. Again, still spending money like, it was nothing, paying in gold bars like it was nothing. Anyway, let's continue.
Hey yo, Lex Loser, you look like a villain at Comic-Con, you getting ate up. You should've battled me on Ramadan. The harem of women's what I had on my staff. You married one woman, Jeff, and she cut you in half. David Pecker picked the peck of your Peter pigs. Now your new girl got them feeding me Seymour lips, and it turns out her own brother was the snitch. He fixed your face, no wonder you bought Twitch. Now let me really break it down because there's more to him.
Okay, why did I get there? I'm learning parology, folks. Okay, Lex Luthor, reference to Lex Luthor, Superman's #1 nemesis. You look like a villain at Comic-Con. It's talking about the bald head. It looks like Lex Luthor. You look like a villain at Comic-Con. You're getting ate up. You should have battled me on Ramadan. Ramadan is a season actually for Muslims when they do their annual prayer and fasting or something like that. It's saying you're messing with me at the wrong time. You shouldn't be coming at me now because I'm not fasting. You should come at me at Ramadan when I'm fasting, and then you might survive. Bars, nigga. Sorry. Am I allowed to say that? Maybe not. Let's continue.
He ain't a Bezos, his real name is Jorgensen. But daddy loved unicycles more than him, so he rolled out. Now that's a blue origin. Take one small step towards a different profit, cause these days you just as cocky as your rocket. I'm the cream of the crop, I'm on top, I'm ice cold. This Muslim just served you, Allah Mo.
What's up lyrically?
Okay, so apparently Jeff Bezos has daddy issues. I think that's what I picked up. His real name is Jorgensen. His father loved unicycles. I guess he liked the circles, and so he rolled it out. Now that's a blue origin. I like that one. That's bars. Again, blue origin meaning basically a painful childhood because his daddy abandoned him, I guess. Yeah, I'm getting a lot actually out of this. Anyway, tell me, rate my parology actually by leaving a comment below. Let's continue.
lethal, I'm relentless, African verse immune.
Let's go
For
back
one
to
of the
us a
waste
little.
Musa, I'm lyrically lethal, I'm relentless, African verse immune. If I wanted to waste my life in desert space, I'd watch Dune. What do we give Mackenzie? 40 billion? So what? Earning every penny back only took me a month. I went from haunted dork to slick orc physique. Now I'm Lord of the Rings. Take a peek! 3 years to trek to Mecca, man, you must be tripping. One click, I'll get you there overnight with free shipping. I'm hardcore brick, top tier of the Forbes list. You couldn't even hit top tier in Civ 6. I'm schooling you like Timbuktu, eating you like Whole Foods. Your ship is sailed just like the dude who came before you. If you ain't fire, can't hold the kingdom to me. I got the flywheel flows, I revolutionize delivery. Your talent's only beauty like my tax. Bills! Alexa, what do we have that he lacks?
Skills.
Hoover! Holster! Yoga
Something puny like my tax bill, I guess, is bragging about the fact that I'll never have to pay taxes that, make any form of dent to his wealth. He also said what? So what? I gave Mackenzie 40 billion. I made it back in one day. I'm top tier on Forbes list. You couldn't even make it to the Civ list or something like that, or Civ 6 list or something like that. I don't even know what that is. Somebody leave a comment below actually and tell me what that is. Otherwise, who do you think won? Yeah, I think Jeff actually might have heard that one, but yeah, there's some lines actually I appreciated from the King of Timbuktu. I mean, first of all, I was grateful to even learn about the history of King Mansa Musa and stuff like that. I think maybe for a person who's of African origin, who still lives in Africa, there's a certain level of lamentation that I have actually for my continent, because even today I still feel like it is almost the economic equivalent of a brothel, especially to the West and, now China and stuff. So when I watched the movie, The Black Panther, knowing actually some of the natural resources that are abundant in Africa, I know Africa is capable of actually having, that level of excellence. But because there is a lot of miseducation and misinformation, and it's like every other state in the world actually, it treats itself as sovereign. Every white state, Chinese state, actually, every other race looks at themselves as sovereign, but Africans have not been taught to look at themselves as sovereign, because even African leaders, to a certain level, they end up playing in the back pockets of some of these rich white people. I don't want to turn this actually into something political, but yes. Anyway, this was incredible. If you enjoyed it, please leave a comment below, leave a like actually to support the video, and please recommend some other videos that you want me to attend to. I think I'll leave it there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.